Hey guys, so I haven't done a live for a while for several reasons. I am a trafficking survivor that networks youth listed dogs. I have a 501c paperwork, 501c3 paperwork being amended because I hired a company that filed me as an incorporation. So I have been jumped on by I don't know if it's a guy or a girl named ScamSlams. I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. I know what I'm doing out here. I'm loved by my community. I partner with the APB, the pit bull committee that saved the two dogs out of Houston that were pulled back from the hog fighting. I work with local rescues in areas of dogs that are red listed and rescue only. So, because I don't run with these big, high top dollar places, because Heigl Foundation screwed me over, I ended up with over $8,000 in fines this year because they sent a bunch of dogs out here without their stuff. Now, I'm going to be very blunt with you. I have a card from the Department of Justice. My address is under confidentiality because I'm the last witness alive in a human trafficking case. Okay? This guy is trying to get me to post my paperwork, all this stuff. I've already posted everything. It shows I'm a valid rescue. It shows I've saved multiple dogs out of California, all red listed rescue only breed band dogs that all live with families right now. I have all the paperwork from the vet that I had to get these dogs fixed. I had to get their vaccines because they came here with no vaccine records. Yet Heigl Foundation and the Soulful Rescue out of California want to act like they're saving all these dogs, and they're not. They're giving them to anybody that will take them. They're keeping all the pledges. They're having dogs sent that need to be fixed, that need vaccines. Listen, just because California has lax state laws about dog rescue, you can have two dogs within city limits. So this lady with the Soulful Rescue turned around and tried to say that I was not a legitimate rescue. I was put under fire by the state of Montana. Everything cleared. I am not under investigation for anything, nor am I scamming people or lying to people. I'm fixing to drive to Wisconsin to save an untouchable dog this week. And a senior pit bull that was left behind by his family in Wisconsin. I've been back and forth with the Humane Society. Duke was brought to my attention after being left behind when his dog he grew up with, the owner ended up homeless. You know how the story goes. Shit happens. I've been there. But let's not forget that the original owners are the ones that are responsible for the dog to begin with. Okay? So I'm a very blunt person. I can be considered sarcastic and rude, but I don't fuck around and find out when it comes with kids and dogs. Okay? I'm a trafficking survivor. I survived SA from the age of 3. I survived domestic violence. I beat 2 types of cancer. I don't mind sharing all this paperwork online with people, but I'm not going to subject my address to being shown because I'm protected by the state of Montana. Okay? I'm not going to stop doing dog rescue when my dogs go directly to homes or into training that is secured to help them get into homes. I'm not scamming anybody because I pay all the fees for transport. I pay the veterinary costs. All you have to do is adopt the dog. And I've been doing this for 3 years on here. So to be attacked out of nowhere and find out that this ScamSlams just happens to be in the same area of my ex-husband who shot me in the face with the pew-pew, you can kiss my ass, ScamSlams. Because see, what you're going to do is you're going to get him put in prison for the rest of his life. Because he shot me in the face with the pew-pew and tried to unalive his son. So while you're attacking me and I went back in your history and found out you're from Harrisburg where he's at, you better slow your roll. That's a pretty serious thing to put yourself in between. The man that you were attacking me for tried to unalive me and his own son. And my son took his life in the end over it. So while you think I was being quiet and submitting to all your bullying and your bullshit, my family works in law enforcement. You barked up the wrong tree. I partner with Salvation Army with Toys for Tots. I've been asked to speak at COVA in Colorado. What I do is in memory of my son and a woman that reached out to me in my trafficking situation, ultimately saved my life, who has since passed on. How dare you come on here after 3 years and attack me for my ex-boyfriend, husband, who tried to unalive me and our child. How dare you? You have audacity. You have real audacity. So take your Harrisburg loving ass and my ex-husband loving ass, whether you're friends or you're a girl and you're all whatever between the two of you, and leave me alone. Because you're going to get yourself involved in a legal thing. You're going to go to jail, ScamSlams. You are sticking up for a man that tried to unalive me and his own child. Stop attacking me out of nowhere after I've been doing this for 3 fucking years. I've had one dog failure that we had to euthanize for behavior, and she attacked 8 times and ripped the face off of a child. So before you want to go out there and say I'm all harsh and I'm this and that, I'm not. I'm a survivor of horrific crime. I'm a survivor of childhood abuse. I could be a monster out there. I've gone through extensive psychotherapy, psychiatry therapy, and I will for the rest of my life, and I'm not ashamed to say so. I'm addressing it. By far am I a scammer. By far am I anything other than a dog lover and somebody that runs a 24-hour hotline for anybody in mental health crisis, needs a rehab or a safe house or a cell phone. It all comes out of my pocket. Dog transport out of my pocket. Please explain to me who I'm scamming and what I'm doing. Because I've been quiet through this. I have ignored a lot of this shit, but I deserve better than this. If you don't like me for a personal reason, don't attack my ability to work with large breed dogs that are going to be euthanized otherwise. That's so horrible. When I dug deep and found out that you're tied to my ex-husband who tried to unalive me, look it up, people, right out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. This person is attacking me. Whoever this ScamSlams is friends with my ex-husband who tried to unalive me. And see, you thought my silence was golden. You thought you were going to keep going on to YouTube and bashing me. You thought you were going to go on and keep talking shit to me. You thought you were going to keep saying that I'm an animal abuser and a breeder and everything else. Let me tell you something. You know what my ex-husband told you about me, which is his problem. I've never had anything but animals, but compassion and care, and paid much money out of my pocket to save an animal's life. Because the man you're sticking up for used to suffocate me and strangle me and threaten my son's life until he did shoot a pew-pew at me. ScamSlam, this is the man you are sticking up for. Do you feel like a proud American now? How many Josh Deals and Vincent Harpers are there going to be? How many Stephanie Harpers? How many of his new wife is there going to be that passes away in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania? That the Commonwealth will allow these men to keep abusing their women and children as long as they snitch out drug dealers in the area. Let me keep it the fuck real. Because I used to sell my ass, drugs, and everything else for this man. And as long as he snitches out the little fish, they let him be the big fish and continue to try to unalive his wife and child while he's drugging them to control them. How big do you feel now, ScamSlam? I've endured things you could never imagine, let alone to walk away with your sanity. I am a Christian woman. Therefore, I forgive you. But the next time you stand up to damage something that's in memory of my son, I promise you a legal repercussion. My past does not define who I am. If it did, I would still be out there running the streets and getting high and self-medicating and not giving a damn about anything. But that's what he did, the man that you're sticking up for and attacking me for, and attacking my rescue that is across the United States I've been doing for 3 years. That you come out of the blue, out of nowhere, and I look into this shit and find out that you're friends with my ex-husband who tried to unalive me. Are you serious? And you've got people thinking that I really don't run a legitimate dog rescue? You ought to be ashamed. I don't know what else to say to this about this situation, guys. If you want to go into my bio, I have an Amazon wish list. I went back to work with my injury, okay? if you are a follower of mine, I am a human trafficking, domestic violence survivor. I survived 2 types of cancer. I'm severely epileptic. I've got calluses on my hands from doing man's work, as in moving people's houses, anything hard labor, because I can't run my social security number because a man stalking me will unalive me. I'm living in a fucking safe house. I'm known in this community for dog rescue and doing hard labor work as a 50-year-old female. So while you're out there trying to tell the TikTok world and the Facebook world and the YouTube world about how terrible I am, you're costing a lot of people and a lot of animals their lives. The biggest scammer on this whole app is you. Because as a grown adult, where do you have the money and time to sit around and do absolutely nothing but bully and bash people for not believing in your belief system? So I wanted to come on and do this live, guys, really quick, because, you know, I'm not going to battle an imbecile. That's just not how I operate. I'm not going to waste time saving animals or human trafficking survivors' lives because some guy that wants to end up being from Harrisburg, where my ex-husband is, and sticking up for this asshole that shot me with a pew-pew and tried to kill his own son with a pew-pew. Good job, ScamSlams. See, you thought I was being quiet, accepting that you were bullying me because that's what he's used to. Oh, you can control her, just threaten her kids. Threaten her whole life, threaten her well-being. Surprise, the bitch is back, you got me fucked up. Nah, you wanted to flip the bitch switch, ScamSlam. You better put the seatbelt on and enjoy the ride because I am legally strapped. Everything I do is legitimate. It's been verified by law enforcement, by animal control. It's been verified by everybody. I crossed all my T's and dotted my I's. I've already lost 2 dogs that were euthanized because of you slandering my dog rescue. Keep playing with me. My Amazon wish list is in my bio, guys. You know, I'm trying to get gas cards and gas money. I'm going to be driving to Wisconsin to save a couple dogs here within the next 10 days. You know, I operate remotely. I am a trafficking survivor, but all my dogs, I post all of them with their families and their information. The volunteers that worked with me to save these dogs off of death row know I'm legitimate. Rescues need to stop letting personal indifferences cost the life of hundreds of dogs a week. And that's a fact. You don't have to like me, but love me for saving these dogs, because it's my passion. Have a good night, guys. I appreciate y'all.